other than that, thank you so much for taking the time. We'll crack these next set and just have a good time.
Cool.
I'm really stoked on this. This is gonna be fun. All right. Well, I don't know if you want to crack a new one with us.
Yeah, I guess I'll keep this as
you can set it on the table. I'm not worried about it. Like I said, Punk House. It's seat. It's
Oh, I see.
It's fair share.
The living fuck is this?
I like coasters for the classiness of it.
Right. It's blue.
We got blue. Oh, we got blue too.
Oh, look, we're all blue.
Hey, just go down. Look at that. IPA.
Huh. I ain't
Interesting.
never had this one. Okay.
IPA.
Is there a 3, 2, 1?
In 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Beers with Bands podcast with your host, Michael Torres. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Beers with Bands, and this is a very special episode. Not only is it the first episode in October, but I have a few special guests with me tonight. I have the great Count Spookula. I have Wet Spider with us, and Manwich as well. For people that aren't aware, I know you're from Romania, but now based in the Twin Cities. Also Romania for you too. We can also dive into that.
We're gonna have to get into that.
We'll get into
It's
that.
a long story.
All right.
We're very far away.
Well, we're in the great month of October. Halloween is very near, but it is always Halloween forever. That's why I have the three of you here. I'm so stoked on this episode to have the three of you here, and for the people outside of the Twin Cities to experience what Count Spookula is. I know a lot of people in the world know, because you are kind of like a myth or a legend to some, but this will be a fun time. But we have some fun stuff to talk about, so I'm super stoked on this. So, basically to start, like I said, Count Spookula from Romania, the Sinister Minister. How are the three of you doing?
Sheer willpower. Nothing but. And lots of spooky dust? I don't know.
That is correct.
Whatever you want it to be.
Yes, very spooky. Always scary.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Forever.
The spirit of Halloween.
My favorite place in the world.
Spirit Halloween?
Spirit Halloween.
Spirit of
Oh, yeah,
Halloween.
they're back.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is the time of year.
Yeah.
I
that's
live
how
in
you
the
know.
rafters there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess that's where we found you, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The discount bin. An incredible sale on Wet Spiders.
I used to hunt in the Party City, but the spirit Halloween.
Sometimes,
Right,
you
it
have
was
to
an
move up to a new
abandoned
place.
baby gap that got turned into a Spirit Halloween. And we found him. He was from the baby gap.
He was.
Kid was not.
Before that, it was a TJ Maxx.
Oh my god.
I mean, since we are on the topic of Spirit Halloween, with the Spirit of Halloweens that you have experienced, what has been like the funniest one that it used to be a former business and now it's like a Spirit Halloween? Because obviously we have Bed Bath & Beyond's going out of business, so those are definitely going to be
Many Spirit Halloweens.
many.
Oh yeah.
See, my big wonder is if the Bye Bye Baby and the mall in Woodbury will turn into a Spirit Halloween, because
I'm
who
just
needs
waiting for
babies when it's Halloween?
Margaritaville to turn into Spirit Halloween.
I saw that post. That was,
Pour one out.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, obviously to start, there's not a lot known about you and Manwich and Wet Spider. Obviously, I got to experience a set of yours back in February when you played for our good friend Parker's birthday. And even then, we kind of mentioned earlier, I wasn't too familiar. I mean, what we see on the internet is kind of just what you're doing. But tell me a little bit of backstory. Like, where are the three of you from? How did you make it to here in the Twin Cities? And how did you all get together?
All right.
Do you want the real story or the
The deep lore.
I'll take whatever story you want the people to know about.
Okay.
Well, it all started a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. In Romania.
Yeah.
In 1993.
Okay. Okay.
It's a sad story. No. Yeah, we're from Iowa, so I've been getting spooky there by myself for a long time. Decided to give a change of scenery. Came to the Twin Cities, the Little Apple, the mini apple.
Just a little one.
The Little Apple,
The
the
small
Big Apple
one.
is different.
It's like a crab apple.
Mini Apple
Yeah,
is
it's
the
a
one
klein,
that
huh?
I moved to. And here I have been ever since. That is where I met Wet Spider in the abandoned TJ Maxx.
Yep.
And the Manwich.
I flew in on a broom.
He flew in. Yeah, I don't know where the hell that guy came from.
I came from actually not very far away. I was born at HCMC, so I can claim that I'm from Minneapolis,
Ah.
which is the only good thing.
Yeah, I'm a transplant.
Yes, that's okay. It's I sort of am
The
too.
transplanted pumpkin.
Yes, a transplanted
Yeah.
pumpkin. And
But,
speaking
yeah,
of pumpkins,
Played music around with bands this guy was in. And then this guy I just met. So,
exactly, we work in the same place. We talk. We realize we both do music. And then one day I'm like, "Can we do music?" And he says, "Oh God, okay."
and now here we are.
And it's been 4 years of bliss, or maybe 3. I can't count anymore. I'm too old.
One of the questions was, and I answered it for one of the fans right away. Is you said 1993, so that puts you at about only 29 years old for someone from Romania, lived in Iowa for a while. That's kind of surprising. I would have suspected way older, but it's you're just one of us. You're a millennial. Just
Well, that's
like
when
us.
I immigrated to America.
Oh, in '93. Okay.
Yeah. It's a man of years. He's born in the year 666, which, if you are good at math, I am not. You can add the numbers. My age is of no concern. There has to be a way to do the math. There has to be.
I mean, I think they have a thing called an abacus now.
Ah,
You slide a
incredible.
little
The
thing.
sliders. Like at the dentist office, they always have
Yes,
those. And the
but
babies
it's-
are doing math.
They are
All the
actually.
time.
Somebody
And
say
math.
spiders.
I think you can put a spider on them and it makes a little Halloween toy, if I'm not mistaken.
One spider.
I believe it.
2 spider. 3 spider.
4. That's like my basement, but with house centipedes.
Mine too. I see them a lot. They're named.
They have more legs than you can count on
Too,
an abacus.
too,
I'll tell
too
you that.
many legs.
Going back to the counting problem, it's hard to tell.
8 is enough.
8 is enough.
8 is enough.
They call me the count, but the math is not my. Not for me.
Okay. Well, at least you found music, because that's for you. You're killing it. For people that aren't aware, in 2017 you put out your first album called "It's Halloween Forever," which, if anyone's listening, it is up on Bandcamp. Definitely go check it out. There's some great hits on there that, I mean, still come in full force today. I know I listened to it a lot between yesterday and today, and I know that's
I'm sorry.
and that's
Don't be.
when I saw you perform. You played quite a few songs off of there, and then back in May, you put out your second full length called Monster a Go Go, which also has some more amazing songs on there that are just a joy to listen to.
We're very proud of that one.
So, I mean, you put out 2 albums so far. You've done one cover that I really want to talk about in a little while. But I mean, you're 2 albums deep so far. Like, I know you're super well received to a lot of people, but like, what have you guys noticed for reception? Like, what was that thought of you putting out your first album and just taking that swing with it?
Yeah, it was something. That It's Halloween Forever I did by myself. It was before I had met these creatures. So that's when I was in Iowa. I'd written most of those songs at that point in time.
I don't know. I think they're all fantastic. It was one of those things where I've made music myself for a long time too, and meeting these nerds was really wonderful to kind of have a bunch of good songs already that I was just like, wait, we've already been doing this. I could just play bass over these, and we had a really good time last year. playing shows and stuff, and people, they really liked it. I had a woman walk up to me after a show and say, "Were you the witch?" And I was like, "Yeah." She just,
It's me.
Sandwich to
I
you.
was like, "Thank you." Yes, I really appreciate that. But I don't know. I think it's been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
And now, as we try to grow the band into a little more of a band, I guess it's
Slowly but
I
surely.
think it's working pretty well.
We're going to make a band and not a laptop with some assholes.
One creature at a time.
One creature at a time. The
One
laptop
at
had
a
its
time.
time and place.
Yeah. Been doing this for almost 10 years now, so it took about 10 years to get a guitarist and a bassist.
But
So
I think
another 10 years we'll have a keyboard player.
Yeah.
maybe a drummer.
Easy.
know.
Easy.
A drum.
A drummer. Yeah,
Sick.
one drum.
There we go, it's done.
When you get one of those, those monkeys that claps the.
Oh,
Ooh.
I think that's a
yeah,
great
yeah.
idea.
Yeah, those are cool.
Why have I never thought of a clapping monkey?
What are those called?
I don't know.
Jolly Chimps? I think they're called Jolly Chimp. I think that's what the brand name
I thought
is.
it was just clapping monkey.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
They're cute.
Very cool.
Who needs a drum machine when you have monkey?
Yeah, you just do like 7 of them and program them to different
Yeah.
beats.
Well, everyone listening, if you happen to have a clapping monkey around, bring one to a show, contribute to the band.
Do us all a favor.
Throw them as hard as you can.
Please.
I hear that's the thing now, is to throw things.
Yeah.
Throw things at
Groceries are
musicians.
too damn
Yeah.
expensive to
Yeah,
throw, so
yeah,
the
tomatoes
produce
are
is
too
off the
expensive.
table.
Oh,
Yeah.
But you
that's
can get
true.
those Jolly Chimps at a thrift
Yeah,
store.
you have a chip.
Maybe Barbie legs or something. I think you can get a little bag of them if you go to Savers.
What's up with that?
I don't know. A lot of legless Barbies out there.
Yeah. Who's buying the torsos?
I don't know. 'Cause,
Huh.
I mean, I can understand the hands. They make wonderful earrings.
True.
But you can't do the feet because they're hollow. I know.
They get rainwater in them.
It's true.
The more you know.
Trench foot, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a great album for your first album though. It's Halloween Forever, because I mean, like I said, there's some good hits on there. Like my personal favorites. Hold on, I have everything up. Obviously, everyone loves Giant Chicken. Oh
How
fuck,
can
it's
you
a
not?
monster is a bop.
How can you not love?
Creepy Candy still holds up. I know one person did have a question. Hold on. How did you write Giant Chicken and O Spiders? They say it's a masterpiece.
I'm sorry for their loss. Giant Chicken was written in my apartment in Iowa. I was very high. Very, very high. And Spiders I actually wrote when I was 12. That Spiders might actually be the first piece of music that I ever wrote. And it wasn't until later that I was like, oh shit, I forgot about that song. I could bring it back. It had nothing to do with any of this.
It's got staying power,
Yeah.
which is important.
Yeah, I had to be like 12 or 13 or something, and I thought that shit was funny.
It's fucking great.
And still playing it.
Now, What Spider? How do you feel about the Spider song?
It is a song of my people.
Is that what attracted you to joining the group?
No, that was the spider shredding.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here for the spider shredding.
Yes, he's very good at it.
Yes.
But I mean, I'm sure the spiders maybe helped bring the
Perhaps.
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
Any
it
mention
is
of
a
spiders is a
bop.
good
And
thing.
when spider has spider shredding.
But you
Now-
know, when
now,
you
when we play it now, yeah.
when you sleep, you eat like a couple spiders or something.
Yeah.
The statistic, yada yada.
Mm.
It was this guy who was crawling and he tried to get in my mouth while I was asleep.
Yes, and then I think he said,
I'm pretty glad I made it out.
Yeah, yeah, he got in there pretty deep and spit him back out.
yes, because he wouldn't stop speaking Dutch.
It is Deutsch.
Oh, sorry, Deutsch, not Dutch.
Deutsch and Dutch.
Wrong part.
Tomato,
of
tomato.
Oh my god.
You do have one song on there that I truly really get a kick of every time it comes on, called Scary Seinfeld. I think that is also one of the masterpieces off that album. And the music video that you made to go along with that, with the cutscenes from Seinfeld, are just amazing. How do you think Jerry Seinfeld would feel about that song?
Boy,
That is
I
a good
can't
question.
imagine that. I think he would probably not like that song.
Probably not.
Or maybe. I don't know. I'll send it to him.
Yeah, well,
Is he a good sport or not? I don't know. There's only one way to
I
find
don't
out.
really know.
yeah. Jerry Seinfeld's people reach out, and we'll get that sent over to you.
Jerry Seinfeld, if you're watching this,
What
I know you are, you punk ass bitch.
Be nice to the man. He's a millionaire. He might send
Oh,
goats.
I
after you.
ought to. I know.
Many goats, so you so many goats.
I know he's
I
up to
know
no
he's got a lot
good.
of goats. That's what I've heard.
There's many, many goats.
And then
He has
they've
tiny
been trained to
little
bite
hands for manipulating things.
like goats.
Legos.
Goats. Legos.
Oh,
Legos.
Yeah, Legos. He's
goats.
very
Yogurt.
yogurt.
I think he probably likes yogurt.
I feel like he probably does too. It's a fair
Yeah.
assumption.
I mean, he's getting older. He has to stay healthy.
Yes,
We got
True.
Florida.
Activia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
We're big probiotic fans. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we love
We're
probiotics. in this
pro
house.
probiotic.
I think that's what's wrong with
Big,
us.
big fans of probiotics. Very regular. Are
Very-
very,
yeah,
very
very
regular.
That's good.
That's important as a band
Mhm.
to stay regular because
Brand.
you know.
Love it.
Yes, exactly.
Fiber.
Nobody wants a spooky dookie.
I thought. Well, I mean, I like them, but you know, I guess that's just me.
Well, you don't want them to sneak up on you. That's the
Right.
worst part.
No,
Right.
You don't want to sneak up. on
No
them.
surprise.
They
poop.
usually make
No.
themselves apparent.
Yeah.
It's always a hassle whenever I have to poop in my costume. So I have to like get all my stuff.
They must be horrible.
It's truly.
So I've seen you perform in, well, when I saw you perform, you performed in an entire white suit. And then I've also seen videos, and people can see them on YouTube, of you in basically like a jockstrap looking thing with just like a harness. Like, how do you decide what to wear based on the show?
Temperature is a big one.
Okay.
In the summer, I prefer to wear the S&M stuff because it is very hot in the costume.
The Master Cholesterol suit is a look.
I do like that suit. It's a shame it has blood all over it now.
Well, I mean, you know, sometimes the shows require sacrifice.
Yeah.
That's true.
And that's all there is to it.
Yeah, it's a lot of temperature and also what I can easily access because I'm always scrambling for time. I'm bad at that.
Now, I know it is obviously we're recording on a Saturday. You know, in September, we're not in full Halloween mode yet.
No, we are.
Well, I mean, it's Halloween
I'm
forever,
working
but
You are
Whatever.
too.
I'm working on
It's
it.
inside of you.
it's inside of everyone.
That's
Yeah,
right.
It's an important part.
But what for Manwich and West Spider? Like, what are your normal like ensembles or get-ups look like on stage? I know we have the amazing hat going on.
You could call it amazing, but I'm not sure if it's true. Well,
It's from China. It's
from
amazing.
China, of course. Yes, praise. I guess last year was mostly I had a nice little witch's hat, and I had a nice little black blouse that I would wear, and a pair of pants. Very exciting pair of
It
pants.
is good when you wear the pants.
I kind of wish I had a cape, but I think that's why this year the metamorphosis will finally come through. But I'm going to have to find a hat that fits, because as you can all tell, it is resting on the top of my head. But I think there's going to be some. Is there a big robe of some sort? if
There
I'm
is a
not
robe. Yeah, I
mistaken?
have a robe.
It's going to be a lot more flashy, showy. I think we're turning up the god as much as possible for this year because I think it's important.
Forget the clam.
Exactly. And then this one's got the whole. These
Yeah,
lovely
this
little
is
things.
from the abdomen up. This is
Yes, exactly.
what you see.
Exactly.
What you see.
I think maybe
The thorax needs a
You
little
know, I think
work.
what I need is a
Beautiful.
floor-length denim skirt.
Mm,
I think that might be the look.
that'd be nice.
Yeah, something hideous.
Breathable material.
Breathable denim,
yes.
exactly.
Mm.
Just that beautiful blue.
The great American fabric.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah,
believe
love it.
we were talking about platforms earlier.
Oh, your
Oh.
boots. Yeah. Talk about the boots.
Yes, talking about the boots.
Oh yes,
How fashionable they
like
are.
I call them my goth girl clumpers. They're quite large and they make me quite large. I like to tower over. When you think of minions, minions are usually smaller,
Yellow.
but why? Yes, you know, not those minions, but just minions in general.
Yes, yes, yes.
Followers
The
of a
standard type menu.
yes, followers of a of a leader. You usually have the leaders big, and all the minions are smaller. But
Not Napoleon.
no, that's true. That's
yeah.
true. That's true. Yeah, we're like Napoleon, I guess.
Yeah, we're going
but,
to turn
the
you
little
into
less
Napoleon.
dangerous.
Let's go to the
Dynamite,
top.
you know the one.
Yeah, it's Napoleon Dynamite. Yes. Yes.
very
No,
small.
it's we're gonna get him in some platform boots too.
I
and,
have some. They're very fashionable.
big minions.
Yes.
Big minions.
I think they're 3-inch, something like that.
Yeah, bigger.
I'm afraid I might
Bigger.
fall. Well, I'd have to go into the stripper store for that, and I'm not sure I'm ready.
Well, just be careful when you do it that way, because then you get the stilettos with
Ooh.
it, and you gotta avoid. That's
true. Get
That's
some,
a balance.
some cliffhangers,
We
perhaps.
can
Like
just-
really
just-
just, you know.
Hot glue some hockey pucks on the side of them. Yes.
We might have to.
Yes.
you are in Minnesota. You know.
It is true. We have to do
Surplus
one
of
small
hockey
thing
pucks.
to fan
Yes,
service
the pandering.
the hockey folk. Oh, God forbid. That's actually a great idea. Some
That's a
stilettos
really
with
good idea.
hockey pucks on the bottom. I'll definitely not break an ankle.
Yeah.
You got 2.
So, long story short, I think that's our... Oh, I do have 2. Thank you for reminding me. I thought I had 4, but these aren't. These I don't think these aren't ankles. I think they call these wrists. I don't fucking know.
Well, for us mortals, we have wrists.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Mine hurt a lot. You know, manual labor.
Upper ankles.
Yeah.
He's got so many wrists. He's got
Yeah.
Yes,
I know,
I
you have so
read
many.
of them.
I think they're
Yes,
just more of a
yes.
joint than a
Yes.
wrist, but you know, you can say what you will.
Well, you can see them in their full outfits and more at all of their October shows, which we'll talk about those later in the episode. There are plenty of shows, so if you missed the first one, you have like 20 more to suffice and go see. Like we did mention, Monster Go-Go came out this year. Obviously, It's Halloween Forever was just the original, just by you, Count Sir, and Monster Go-Go. I take it you two provided and helped out with.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Correct. This one's a master songsmith, so it comes with a lot of good things, and I'm just like, gimme. I'm just ready to play some bass and stuff, and honestly, a lot of them were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like very very good songs. Gives me a lot of space to move, to spider shred.
You still not over that song last night.
Oh no, that one's terrible. You guys there's some stuff coming your way. It's not terrible. It's good, but for me.
I like it.
But soon. Soon.
Yeah, we'll get to that
later.
later.
Yeah, we'll get to that one.
So I mean, this being the first record that you two helped out with, and are on, and being in the group fully with it, like what were your thoughts going into this one after being fans of It's Halloween Forever and then going into this?
Well, I guess it was a lot of just doing the same thing I always do, which is fun. Because luckily we'd already done enough music together for several years that we kind of had a good bass line, if you will. But no, I already had a pretty good idea of what I wanted to do with it, and after playing a lot of the shows last year and just kind of taking those songs that he had already made and just kind of putting my own take on it, it was pretty easy to just kind of hear things and just figure out where all the little bits fit in and add a little flair here and there or not. I don't know. I didn't have a whole ton of expectation. I just kind of did it. My only expectation was is that song done yet so I can come play on it. And it took,
Who are you referring
Yeah,
to?
who's
It is not me.
Did I say I'm sorry, you can cut that out. Mr. Spookula.
Bleep it.
I'm being myself on accident. Yeah, please put a big beep in it. Him. I lost my train of thought. Your turn. I'm sweating my ass off and I'm nervous because I don't know how to talk in front of people. I'm a nervous witch. What did you think about
You
it?
look dashing with that wig on, I'll tell you what.
Thank you.
I
what are
really
you doing
wish like
later
I had
tonight?
a one spotlight that came down right above you just to shine
Oh,
off the hat.
yes.
I mean, I
The
could-
moonlight.
I
Yes.
Ooh. Does it give the effect?
that, that actually does kind of rock.
Think of how it will glint
Here's
under
the
the
China.
lights of the stage. What did you say about my vagina?
I said, here's to China.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
We'll talk about later. We'll talk about your
That's when we
vagina.
talk about my witch vagina. Oh my god. What was the question for Mr. Spider again.
Like, what were your thoughts coming into this record after listening to being a fan of like It's Halloween Forever and then being on this one and being able to help out with it?
That's the thing is it's easy to start playing on it because I generally know how the songs are gonna be. It's not like going into a band where they're still figuring out what the thing is going to be. I know it needs to be spooky.
Yeah.
If it is spooky, it is good. And some of the newer things we are doing now, we have songs we are bringing back that I have heard for years, and I just have to figure out how to play it then.
It's all very
It's
comfortable,
easier.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy.
You
It's
see,
not-
when you
it's
work
not
on a
a
song for 6 years at a time.
I know, you have so much
Makes
time
it
to
easier.
figure things out. And then, you sit at home for hours and hours playing it over and over because it has to be perfect. And then you go to show and you flub notes and
Don't worry, I always forget the lyrics,
Yes.
I think it's an essential part
even though
of the
that
thing.
I made them and have sung them every day for 10 years.
I mean, a pumpkin can only have so much room in the brain
True.
for things.
Many of my spider shredding solos, we like to do Franken solo.
That's right.
Yes,
Well,
yes,
then
we
it becomes
like.
necessary.
I make many, like a spider weaves many webs.
Yes,
Yes, we do many of them, and then they put them together. And then when we play them places, I have to learn because I did not play that. I did, but different time, and then I have to learn.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
big trade
we-
secret.
Yes,
We
yes.
record like 7 or 8 guitar solos, and then I piece them together into the parts that I like.
Well, and the crazy thing is, Wet Spider, you have so many hands. Are you just recording all those solos at the same time and then just kind of trying to remember which hands played what solo?
Yes, sometimes the hands they get mixed up.
That is true. Makes it
Yes.
hard. I mean, we do have 4 guitars for you, but I
Yes.
kind of have to stand there and hold it for you. But then
I only
it's-
have so many arms.
Yeah, it's true. I only have 2. I'm quite jealous.
Mm.
To have 8 arms. Imagine the
You
thing.
have 8 arms.
You could read so many books.
You could
Does he have 8 eyes
masturbate
as well?
with different hands all the time.
Exactly. I could
So many strangers.
I could get so many cats.
How does that? Are all spiders like left-handed or right-handed or something, or do they switch them around?
Are you ambidextrous?
Oh, amphibious.
Oh yes,
Yes,
my favorite kind of plant.
I have no. Picking a favorite hand is like picking a favorite child. You cannot do.
I mean, you do.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
you've told me you're
You
pretty fond
totally
of the
do.
back left middle one, right?
Yes, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's
Left
good for
middle.
stretching your
when you
thorax
have-
or whatever it
When
is.
you have so many appendages, you don't really have directions. It's just number.
It's true. Is that number
Look up pathways.
5? 6.
Und 5, ja.
Yeah, okay. How could I forget? I feel like a maniac. I love this.
Before we get into the next, my next question, I did want to go back to one of the questions that someone submitted. They asked, it's a 3-part question in one. They kind of got greedy with all their
tricky,
questions.
tricky.
You bastard.
It'll happen.
You know who you are.
I'll have it on screen somewhere not near my hand, but it'll be there. They said, why Halloween? What fascinates you about it? And what does it mean to you?
Oh, that's an easy one actually to answer, and all 3 I could answer with yes.
Yes. Well, it's Halloween forever.
I mean,
true.
Yes.
How can you forget it's
I don't
Halloween
think
if it
there's
never
anything else.
ends?
I mean,
It's actually very natural to celebrate Halloween every day because it is Halloween every day.
Forever.
I don't know. It's just
Uh,
it is Halloween forever. I don't make the rules. I just follow them.
don't we all? Don't we all?
So I know, like us mortals, we go to work every day. We got to do our normal thing. What do you do to make it seem like it's Halloween forever every day?
It is Halloween forever every day.
Just in here.
In here.
It's always
just
going.
Always
It's all
Halloween.
about the heart.
Yes,
You could always wear a little costume, maybe put on funny shoes,
Well,
or
I
maybe
thi-
wear a silly T-shirt or
think,
something.
Yeah, it's true.
I think we are always wearing costume.
Yeah,
that's right.
It
And
is
you
not this
can,
costume,
This
but
is
it-
not a wig. This is my
Yeah.
hair.
Yes, it is
Maybe
very.
you put in a funny
Every
earring or
day.
something.
I mean, I'm
You
wearing.
can have Halloween forever.
If you put on clothes, it is costume. If you don't put on clothes, you are not naked guy, and it is costume.
And
Naked
people,
guy
and
is a
people don't
thing,
like
yeah.
that.
You know.
But I mean, you can also embrace Halloween forever by listening to Count Spookula every single day of the week.
That is
And
true.
buy our
Some days I
merch.
do. I really do.
Consume.
Shameless plug.
My boyfriend gets sick of it because he's like, for the love of God, I can hear that through your headphones. Turn it off. But how can
But
I?
it's Halloween.
Huh? Sorry, I can't hear your accent through the mask.
Another question before we move on to the next one. Surprisingly, it's from the same person. Again, it'll be on the screen somewhere.
This guy really put
thank
in the
you.
work. Huh?
Yeah, I think this is your number one fan.
I hope so.
What is your favorite song from your own albums? We're going to talk about, obviously it's Halloween Forever and Monster Go Go, since those are the two that are out so far.
Right.
What are your favorite songs off of those albums?
Well, I'm a big fan of Spellbound
Spellbound is a fun one.
because it's just nice.
It is fun.
It's just nice. It's one that you wrote, and I was like, it's gorgeous. I don't remember how I played the bass line, but I'll figure that out.
Yeah, I like Spellbound. I kind of, I like all of them, honestly. I only write music that I like, for the most part. Actually, an easier question is which one I do not like, and that is Satanic Panic. I hate that fucking song. I take it back. Forget everything I said. That song is dog shit. I hate that fucking song. I never want to hear it again.
You don't have to. You can skip it.
Oh, I hate that fucking song. It keeps me up at night. I just sit up in bed and I'm like, God, I wrote the worst song.
I know
in
you're,
the
you're
entire
sweating
world.
and wondering what's going on.
Who did that? And it's like, oh, it was
Oh,
me.
shit.
It was me.
It's all my fault.
And I open the window and I think about throwing myself down onto the pavement,
It's a spooky way to go.
but I don't do it in
Oh.
spite of Satanic Panic. I can't let that song beat me.
No.
You've also made so many other songs compared to just one that you hate. You have so many that you do love.
And like, how can one
So-
deny Sexy Witch?
Sexy
I
Witch
think
is
that
a
is
fun
one of
one. I
my
like that one.
favorites because I feel like it fits in with some of the other things we've done in our past
Yes.
musically, which aren't relevant here. But it's good. It's a good little dance number.
I do like that song because I do not have much to play, so I can dance around
Yeah,
stage
I
and
think for that one you can just kind of
shake
wiggle.
spider abdomen.
Yeah, it's just, I think everyone will like that.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think Sexy Witch is my favorite on the album. Actually, I Haunt You Because I Want You is
Well,
my
I mean,
favorite.
yes,
think
I
that
was
one-
waiting. I was
I think that's
pausing
fun to play.
dramatically for that.
Yes, my favorite to play live are You Afraid of the Boogeyman?
That's that
Very
was
much,
fun.
and also the Magic is Real.
Yeah.
Hallows Eve. Many opportunities for spider shredding.
It's true. I guess from last year, I mean, playing I Haunt You Because I Want You is a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It gave the song gave a lot of room for work. I need to drop this accent. I can't do it. But I guess there was a couple that I don't know if we'll be presenting on stage this year from last year.
Right, that's all my favorite songs are ones on the new album.
I know. There's
We can't talk about
no,
it yet.
no. There's a lot of good things waiting in
It's coming
my
up.
wings.
Keep watching. It'll happen.
Stay
It will
tuned.
happen, I promise.
Nothing
soon.
is spookier than mystery.
Truly.
The fear of the unknown.
Ooh.
Boo, did you say?
Boo.
Christ.
I mean, I truly love all the songs, but I do feel the same as the three of you, where I Haunt You Because I Want You, Spellbound, Sexy Witch are probably my favorites off of Monster Go-Go. Giant Chicken. Like, I think I already mentioned these ones, but Giant Chicken, Oh Fuck It's a Monster, and obviously Creepy Candy are like my top ones off of the first album. I mean, everyone loves those. They need to keep loving those, and I mean the rest of the songs are still hit so well. It's like I was
Not Satanic Panic.
yeah, except for that one.
We hate that one.
Yeah.
All my homies hate that song.
But one cool thing before we get to the new stuff, we're getting there.
We're getting there.
But one cool thing that you do. But wait, there's more. If you act now,
What number on your screen? 6 easy payments, right?
yeah.
Six easy payments of $6.66.
One interesting thing you do at your shows, and I'm safe to assume that you probably do this at every show, since I've only seen it happen once, and I really don't want to sound like an asshole if it doesn't happen every time. But you kind of do this whole ritual segment to kind of start your set. If I remember correctly, I did drink quite a bit that night.
Me too.
So yeah, it was a birthday party. You have to.
Okay.
Yeah. Where did that come about? And like for people that haven't seen that or experienced it, kind of tell us a little bit about like that ritual segment.
It's a I love to start the ritual exactly as you said. It's a ritual to anoint the followers with the blood of something mysterious polymers.
Microplastics.
Microplastics.
Nothing is
that's
spookier
right.
than
I love
microplastics.
microplastics.
Yeah. It's just a little bit of fun. The body and blood.
A little bit of crowd involvement never hurt.
A little bit of putting some mysterious goo on a stranger.
Yes, because people love that. Sometimes
Everyone
they
loves
don't. I've
that.
seen it.
You ask anyone you've met if they want mysterious goo put on them. Everyone unanimously loves having goo on them.
I mean, who doesn't? Love
I watched multiple people like run to the front just to participate, and me and my friends, again, like I mentioned, we had not seen a Count Spookula set before, and we were like, "What is happening?" And especially it made it weirder because everyone runs to the front. It's like, is this a cult? Like, what is going on exactly?
It is a
The
cult.
simple answer is yes. And it's ever growing. We're always accepting new members.
It is certainly occult.
Why, yes.
Yes.
It's funny you say that.
That is correct.
The occult cult of Count Spookula.
But so the ritual though, how did that idea come about to start anointing people or giving people kind of like the sign of the cross, but basically with the blood of the polymers? I used to do I had some other friends that would come and join me and do stuff, and we did like a Eucharist kind of thing where I had a chalice filled with a pumpkin soup and a bowl of Halloween candy. That's one. Hold on, before you get too far, it's kind of ballsy that you would do pumpkin soup.
Right.
No one would see that coming at all.
Right. Oh yeah. No, that was the thing. I'd give people the chalice and they'd smell it and be like, no way. It was room temperature pumpkin soup.
I meant more because
Right out of the can.
you are a pumpkin at the same time.
Well,
that's
like the body and blood. That is the body and blood.
Okay.
Of
Was a
Jesus.
piece of you.
It is my pumpkin juice. If you know what I mean.
There you go.
Ha.
Ha.
You're such a funny pumpkin. What would I do without you? Funny pumpkin.
Yeah. But the pumpkin soup, it didn't go over well. The candy was received very well. That is the body and blood of Count Spookula is room temperature pumpkin soup and Halloween candy.
Everybody loves candy.
Everyone was like, I'll pass on the soup and I'll just get the candy.
So then you went to blood.
So I switched to blood and I thought it was funny.
And it seems to be more well received than
More well received than room temperature pumpkin soup.
Yeah.
It's like, getting a temporary tattoo or something.
Yeah.
You get to emerge with
But
something.
that stuff stains. I feel bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess I've never actually had to do it.
It takes many
Standing out
days
of the
to wash
way.
it off my hands. There was that show we did in Iowa where my fake blood went rancid.
It was bad.
It smelled evil. Very bad.
Very.
And I still put it on people
Oof.
because I'm a bastard.
But
I told him not to.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he said don't do it, and I was like, I'm gonna do
It
it.
was only the bottle in this bottle that was stinky.
Yeah.
When you put it on the people, the people were not.
It was
stinky.
not
I mean,
enough
the
to be
air
stinky,
probably
but I
neutralized
mean, when you smell the chalice, it was stinky.
It was stinky.
Very bad. Sorry, Des Moines. It's a stinky place. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
It smells
Des
like-
Moines.
It's fine.
Was it? What do they make there? Dog food or something?
Dog food?
Dog food? Oh no, I'm sorry. That's somewhere else. That's Winona, Minnesota. I think the Purina factory is right across the way there.
I had
they
Maybe
have
more.
it's another place.
a mulcher for cattle.
Yes.
I had more amplification than I have ever had in a show in my life at that one.
Oh, that was crazy.
It was
How much application?
200-watt tube heads
In a tiny bar.
and four Marshall half stacks. So what is it?
Jesus.
16
It was
11
insane.
speakers, I think.
That is a lot of spider shredding.
Yes,
power.
the guy setting up the show was brought his gear, and it was a lot. It was awesome.
Because that was also a fest that you guys were on. I think it was like a 2-day fest, but still, like that's a lot for just one band.
Yes,
Time to get through.
I had it on 2. It was on maybe 1.5 actually.
It was
It
so
was
loud.
1.5 or 2.
I mean, if you turned it up on the elevator, it'd be like an airplane taking
Yes.
off. So I mean,
Oh.
you did well by those people.
Yes, yes.
It was the only thing I
felt
could
bad
hear.
even, yeah.
Just shredding.
Very shredding.
Shredding eardrums left and right.
That's-
I think that
that
is
is
your
correct.
calling.
I think the time has finally come where now I know just from doing my due diligence, you are in the process or somewhere in the process for LP3.
Mhm.
Can you tell me anything about it?
Absolutely.
Hell yes.
So we are planning to release it on October 13th,
Okay.
Friday the 13th. Boo. Which It's Halloween Forever also came out on Friday the 13th in 2017.
Yeah, it's been 6 years.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
an important day for us all.
It's an important day. You know, like the movies with the
Like the 13th, I think.
that's the one.
Is there something like that? The pumpkin?
There's a
that
movie
kill
about
people?
the
I can't
day.
remember.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
crazy.
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
it's
Why?
good.
That's so funny. I can't believe what they're doing. That. So
Anyways, the new the new album is called The Children of the Night.
Okay.
Comes out on October 13th. And
I'm very excited.
yeah,
it's
I'm
it's a
very
bit of
excited as well.
a bit of a different direction, perhaps. But at the
Perhaps,
same time,
kind
it's
of.
just kind of a fun blend of us,
Yeah.
because that's usually what it ends up being.
Yeah, it's a hodgepodge
It's
of
funny how that happens.
new songs and songs we've been working on for many years, and
Yes, some things that.
just some stuff.
Much
It's
more
just another
spider.
collection.
Yeah, there's a
Hell
lot
yeah.
more spiders.
More
There's
Spider
two. Yeah, yes,
shredding.
yes.
Trying to think what are some of the other major plot points.
Yeah, because I mean, at this point, we're technically recording the second weekend in September for anyone that's interested. So at this point, we're almost a month away from its release. No singles have really been out. There hasn't been too much talk about it. So I mean, you're really just gonna surprise people with it. Is your
That's right.
plan?
Yes.
Obviously,
We
it's
like to
gorgeous.
roll out the whole pumpkin.
Yes, exactly, and then we say boo,
Boo.
because that's what we do.
Surprise!
Wow, look, there's more. But I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it should be
There's
fun.
a lot of songs on it I'm very happy with.
That's our new thing is we're going to put out a lot more music very quickly.
Yes.
Okay, no.
We have
wings.
another album planned after that
Yes.
for also this year. I think maybe December,
Yes.
Okay.
and then we already are working on the one after that.
Wait, Count Spookula Goes Christmas?
Well, did we talk about
We've
the
talked
Christmas?
about it.
Okay.
Went to roll
Well,
out.
I mean, there is some Christmas that has happened amongst us, but
Yes,
it's
we do record a
it's
Christmas
an
album every year
irrelevant
on our own.
time. Yeah, we what is it? 3 that we've done.
Yeah, we've done 3 Christmas albums together.
Yeah, they
That's
get. I don't know if they get worse or better.
Man.
Oh.
Now, are these all like covers or original Christmas songs that you guys?
They're a blend.
Mixed.
Okay.
There
Okay.
are some very cheesy covers of Christmas standards,
Yeah.
and then there's a few that are, I guess, original. I mean, there's a
The
Snow-
song
Snow
about
is Falling
fucking
from-
the Grinch is an
Yeah, I'm
original.
gonna fuck the Grinch is
That's
a
a
really
good one. That's a really good one.
I believe that it's
It's a good
original.
one.
Yes. They all
you
exist on the
you don't
internet,
remember that part?
and they're definitely not also us.
It's someone else.
Somebody else.
It's a different band altogether.
Different
Yeah.
one.
Mm.
But maybe we could go Spookula Christmas, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess we have to leave room for...
I think Spookula cover album first.
Yeah,
Yes.
that would be kind of cool.
Spookula cover album.
If you were to do a Spookula cover album, I know that there is a cover that you've already done for Take Me Home, Country Roads,
Very
which
important distinction.
which is amazing, and I loved every minute of that. But are there other songs that you would want to cover or kind of make your own for that cover album?
There are, yeah. That's the album after Children of the Night. Is we've been kind of talking about doing like a reissue of It's Halloween Forever,
Okay.
but with these guys clearly.
Yes, modernized.
Yeah, there's the modernized
speed.
version, yes.
Yeah.
But not doing all of them.
The choice
not
cuts.
Satanic Panic. All my homies hate that song.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're gonna redo the songs that we want to play live, and then we're going to fill the gaps with covers.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have a few on there.
Yes. There's some things unlocked. We'll keep those as a surprise.
Yes.
Mostly because I can't remember which ones we're going to be doing.
And I also want to keep it a surprise, but are there any songs that you weren't able to cover or didn't think of covering that you wish you would have covered?
I don't know.
There are a few, but I kind of want to do a lot of cover albums.
Okay.
So, I can always make it happen.
Exactly.
We have a list.
We've done
Okay.
enough over
I
the
really
years.
want to do Live in La Vida Loca.
If any, yeah, you want that would be good.
I think you might be honest.
It's not
Ricky
planned,
Martin,
but
right?
I love that song. I love Ricky Martin. What can I say?
Yes.
The guy's
If
amazing.
anybody would like to suggest a spooky cover songs they would think are spooky, we keep a list going. We'll add it to the
Or
list.
perhaps if Ricky Martin is watching.
Ooh.
Exactly, Mr. Richard Martin.
Maybe we can get
Mr.
Ricky
Richard
Martin
Martin.
to
Hey,
come open
Dick
for us
Martin.
sometime. It would be a cool show.
Dick Martin's a fun little Easter egg. If you know, you know.
No, we won't open for Ricky Martin. Ricky Martin
Yeah,
will
yeah.
open for us.
Yeah, he opens for us. Well, I mean, I want to do What's Behind the Mask by the Cramps.
I think we're gonna do that.
I mean, I think we're
Yeah,
going to do
I
this,
think I guess.
but we haven't, so I guess technically, yes.
Not yet.
Because I don't want to give away the ones that are going to be on that album.
Right.
You know,
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
yes.
leave everyone
We'll have to
surprised.
take that out, too.
Take that out. That one's
None
on
of it
there.
is decided. None of it is
I guess I
decided.
don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
I keep being so busy being a witch that I haven't really thought about it. Because, I mean,
Well, we have so many of our own songs to do.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
know. It's one of those things that I think that when they come up, we'll just
I
go
think
for
we're
it.
just gonna actually cover every single song
There you go.
Yeah,
in
we're
the
gonna
entire world.
make our way through
All of them, besides Satanic Panic.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only song.
And
I hate
absolutely.
that song.
I mean, the positive is, well, I don't know how long spiders live, but you guys could live for like a long
Forever.
time, forever.
Yeah,
So you
I
have
live
plenty
as
of
long as it is Halloween.
Okay,
Yeah.
and it's Halloween forever,
Yeah.
so
That's right,
And
baby.
I mean,
Now you
I-
get it.
Yeah.
I also brew a weekly Halloween potion to feed him because I mean it's been a long time now.
Yes.
And at least 3 years, and I don't know how long spiders.
That's spiders live for like
live. Like a week.
4 weeks, and then we get a new one.
Yeah,
It's the
yes,
same.
I-
so
Spiders
this is-
also have
it'll
a
be
million
completely
babies at a
different
time.
next
So this is like the fourth
I
iteration.
am like
of
I'm
Full
like the
Spider.
drummer of Spinal Tap.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh my god.
So I know we're talking about like covers and what's going to be, you know, the new album. But there's with all these songs that are out there, obviously, you know, the three of you are doing more of more spooky songs to fill into the world and into that void that no one knew needed to be filled. But my question for you guys is the song Monster Mash. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Considering, you know, if when you really break it down, it's someone that's observing an actual monster party and watching them dance. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about it, like an outsider taking their knowledge and making a song about it as monsters yourselves?
I think the exposure is wonderful.
Yes, I think any type of monster representation is a good thing.
It's very
Okay.
important.
You know what? I'm happy you guys feel that way, but Bobby Boris Pickett, he was not invited to that party for a reason.
Right.
For a very
I mean,
specific reason.
It is a bit of an unfortunate expose, but
Right.
you know, things have a way of getting out. It was
That
before
guy.
the internet, so it's impressive.
He's always lurking in the corners watching.
Ooh.
He's actually maybe the real monster.
they're all just people living their lives.
I mean, thankfully, it didn't put, your kind in a bad light. It does show you guys having fun, which,
Exactly.
a lot of people growing up, they're always afraid of monsters. But, I mean, between that song, sitting down with the three of you, I'm not scared.
Yeah, they just want the go-go.
Yeah.
That's all
we just want the
We just want the go-go.
You know the thing
come
where
on.
everyone says, Frankenstein was the doctor, and the other one is the monster. The monster also had a doctorate. He is also a doctor. What's up with the anti-monster
Oh, yeah, I
propaganda?
think
don't
he
know.
also
I
has
think
some
it's
criminal
atrocious.
parts, but the
Yeah.
doctor parts too. Maybe with a criminal doctor, who knows?
Yeah, who's the real criminal?
Maybe
the
it's
monster or the
maybe
doctor?
Because
maybe
the monster didn't even ask to be alive.
Exactly.
Or,
Like us
reborn.
all.
maybe the crimes were malpractice.
Cheers to that.
Either way, great song.
An absolute banger.
Absolutely.
Politics aside.
Yeah, but why only one Halloween song? You have Halloween party. You can't just listen to Monster Mash for 4 hours.
They say when Dracula says, "Whatever happened to my Transylvanian twist?" I have the LP of the Monster Mash, and the Transylvanian twist is on there, and it sucks. It's
Oh.
bad.
That's why no one talks about it.
It's true.
Yeah, that's what happened to it. It's bad.
Oh no, my beautiful hat.
Yeah, it's not a great album. No, the Monster Mash banger. Me and My Mummy, that song is a banger.
I guess you're right. We did listen to it that one day, and it was not great.
No,
Isn't it like the
no,
same
no.
song? Like
Monster
12
Holiday,
times,
which
but
is
like
Monster
worse?
Mash with sleigh bells, sucks.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's not great. But I mean, you take what you can get when the only other option for Halloween music is the discount bin scary sound effects.
It's not that
Chains
exciting.
rattling. There's only
Yes,
so many
oh.
chains rattling I can hear.
Well, this is a 12 gauge chain, and then this is a different weight of chain.
It's just nothing but chains. Where's
They
the
all
ones
they
that
all
you
have
use on the
different
ship?
pictures.
You know, the ones that are like the size of your head?
You know what? You're really making me think, and I take it back. There's so
For
much
very big
nuance to
boats.
chain music.
Dude, it's very spooky, very big boats.
Maybe
The
we
bigger
should,
boats get, the spookier they are.
Oh, they really do. Because
Yeah.
those chains, they could hurt you.
Scary chains.
Maybe we need to
Like a
get them
canoe, not very spooky. It's just a canoe. It's fine.
It's just a canoe.
But then
Yeah,
you
canoes
get the
are
bigger
actually-
boat, and it's like, okay, that's a little spooky. And then ghost ships, very spooky.
Very spooky.
Cruise ships,
A ghost
Triton.
is spookier with no people in it. I
Oh
guess
yes,
that's the
you
moral
know,
of the
no
story.
people in it.
That's true. It's just us.
The bigger it gets, the spookier it is.
Oh, the ghost cruise. Why haven't we thought of that?
Oh.
Maybe for the next album.
This is really an insight into our writing process.
And
Yes,
that's truly what I love about doing this, is sitting down with a full group and just letting them do their thing, and then have those moments where it turns into kind of like a reflection of what you guys' writing process is.
That's true. It's mostly just saying something stupid and going, oh.
Yeah. You say ghost ship, and we all go,
Had to do it
oh.
But I mean, that makes it easy. Because it is easy. Until it's not.
But speaking of ghosts, I'm going to go back to another fan question real quick. It's also a two-parter, because, it's the same sneaky person.
Thank you.
Bastard, who
for
are
your
you?
astuteness.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I do believe in ghosts.
I mean, I have one on my ankle that says spooky and everything. But that was a phase after high school. I don't know. I think that perhaps there is something there.
I dabbled in believing in ghosts.
Yes, exactly. I'm a casual ghost believer every now and then.
If there are monsters, why not ghosts?
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly. Because, I mean, ghosts could happen.
I'm not ruling out the
Ghosts could
possibility
happen.
that a
Sometimes
ghost could
ghosts
happen.
happen.
Yes, I mean,
You know what they say? Ghosts can happen.
what do
Yes,
you think
the,
it is rattling the dishes at night?
The,
Definitely not the cat.
the best laid plans of ghosts and men often go awry.
Way.
He took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh, indeed you did. Indeed you did.
And there's no song right there. We got it.
I don't know.
Nope,
how-
Done and done.
It's
We're
not-
gonna have a
nothing
whole new
spookier
album
than
done by
Stanley.
this. Instead of the
Exactly.
audio, I'm gonna plug it back in and
All right.
just make a new
I
album.
mean, I guess to finish that up, I mean, who didn't watch too much Ghost Adventures? I mean, hello, Zach Bagans. What a dilf.
Mm.
Does he even have children?
Certified DILF.
Is he related
Cheers
to
to that.
Frodo and Bilbo?
I think it is. I mean, he is a Baggins.
He's a Baggins, yeah.
Why wasn't he in Lord of the Rings, I wonder?
I don't know.
They could have cast him as a ghost.
Oh.
That's a
It
huge
all comes
misstep on
back.
Peter Jackson's part. He was probably in high school still. You know, he would have been a youthful ghost. I don't know.
The second part of that question was, do you believe in aliens?
No.
No.
I don't believe in outer space. I mean,
No.
there's nothing.
I think they are not aliens. Aliens implies that they do not belong.
Exactly.
Tell them
They
what you think
belong.
about the moon.
They're right here.
It's made of cheese, yes?
The moon?
The
Yes.
moon.
Oh, the moon isn't real, but that's for a different podcast.
Oh, a different podcast.
That's when we go on Joe Rogan. We can
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
tell the moon stuff, man. Joe Rogan, if you're listening, we have some opinions about the moon.
Joe Rogan. I'll tell you about the moon, or lack thereof.
No, I mean, I think if anything, honestly, there's probably aliens, but not ghosts. But maybe that's for another podcast.
What about alien ghosts?
Ooh.
I mean, they have to exist
Double
because
check.
aliens die too.
That's
I
true.
think. I mean,
Maybe.
I would hope.
Maybe they do.
Maybe they live forever.
Wow.
I mean, it is Halloween forever, so I mean, I guess the implication of Halloween forever would mean that you could live forever, right?
I never really thought about it that way, but that's beautiful.
I'm spitballing.
You should write the lyrics.
I know.
Actually,
I
you
should
should take my
not.
mask.
I mean, it is
I'm
at
Count
least, it is
Spookula
at
now.
least
You
Halloween
could just be
forever
me and let me
for
be
us.
you.
Exactly. We're switching roles.
Yeah, you be me, I'll go home.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Grandpa.
Way ahead of you.
Chihuahua. Whatever your shirt says.
Grandpa Horny Ochiwawa.
We have a song. That's all we say the entire time. It's on the internet. You shouldn't find it.
Cut that
No,
part
you
out.
can't. You can't find it.
No, I hope nobody ever finds it.
No.
It's right there. Just waiting.
One song you can find on the internet, on the YouTube, and we kind of already talked about it, but "Take Me Home, Country Roads" is a great cover of "Take Me Home, Country Roads." Where did the idea come from for that, and also why does no one else know about it besides people that check the YouTube? I know you're very old, being born in the year 666, but
We can do the math.
yeah.
Yeah.
The monster math.
Meth, you said?
The
Monster
monster.
math.
Oh,
We can do
okay.
monster
The
math.
monster.
Anyway.
Man.
That's later.
Yes, answer the question.
That's a whole different podcast. But yeah, that song, like, where did it come from? What was the idea behind it?
I think that one came from, I was playing a house show in Minneapolis, and there was technical difficulties, so I was just playing an acoustic guitar, just for shits and giggles while the sound guys got their stuff together, and I was playing that song, just "Take Me Home, Country Roads," and it just happened, and after that I was like, well, I probably should record that. Recording that music video was pretty funny too, because we were out there and I was wearing my, the get up,
Yeah.
the Daisy Dukes and
It
the
was beautiful.
pumpkin
Yeah.
mask and stuff, and a cop pulled up, and we were like flying a drone around, and we were drinking obviously, and wearing Halloween costumes, and the cop pulled up and just parked right next to where we were at, and I was like, damn it, I gotta go talk to the cop, don't I? And I walked over there and I knocked on the door and scared her. She was just having her lunch break. Like she didn't even know we were there.
Like,
And
I
I'm
assume
wearing
you
my
wanted to
mask and
talk
my
to me.
Daisy Dukes. Clearly drunk.
Did you tell
Yeah,
me
that was
that?
a
I don't know if I remember that.
that was a interesting day. And those little cowboy boots I was wearing gave me a blister.
Oh,
Those
that
boots
was
were a
bad.
late edition.
Yeah,
I
that
found
was
those in a
bad.
dumpster the day before. I took the trash out and I found the cowboy boots and I was like, oh, cool. They're little girl boots.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the new boots.
The new boots also
New
gave
I
me
was
a
talking,
blister.
you're a big fan of boots that give you a blister.
Yeah.
I think you should find a better size for your feet.
Yeah.
Maybe I could buy
Or
my
break
own
them
boots.
in first.
Yeah, instead
Maybe
of
get my
the
boots.
first and only time you wear them being there.
Maybe
running around in a
get my
field.
boots not from the dumpster.
Yeah.
One would hope.
Yeah.
I mean, where else do you find boots? Do they have stores for that?
Well,
No,
for
The jury's still out.
for my people, we have stores, but
Really?
yeah.
Oh.
Huh.
I just kind of go like, and then a new pair of little pointy shoes appears.
Oh shit.
So before we start to transition to the later half of this episode, I have one more fan question that I want to ask the three of you. Like again, it'll be on the screen somewhere. I don't fucking know where it's at. I'll figure it out in post.
Look at this infographic.
Or perhaps here.
Yeah. But what is? They did say his. Granted, I don't know if Count Spookula identifies as he, him, or how that works. But I'm going to open it up to the three of you for what is your favorite cryptid?
Ooh.
I mean, I've always been a big fan of the Jersey Devil, simply because the name is
Jersey
funny.
Devil's fun.
Because I mean, I feel like Jersey is hell on earth. So I mean,
it makes
where
sense.
else would the Jersey Devil reside? Either that or the Wanamingo, simply because I like the
The
name.
devil went down to Jersey.
Yeah, the devil went down to Jersey. That's the
You know
little,
this
the little
song.
known
Yeah.
B-side. So yeah, I guess I'd have to say the Jersey Devil. You, Mr. Spookula?
My favorite cryptid is Fancy Ray. Fancy Ray's my favorite. He's kind of like a Minnesota cryptid.
Okay.
I love seeing that guy around. Have you ever seen Fancy Ray?
I don't think I have. This is the first I've heard of Fancy Ray.
Fancy Ray, that guy's fucking awesome. He's the best looking man in comedy.
Okay.
Kind of a self-proposed title. But yeah, he's just a cool ass dude that walks around, and he's one of those guys you look at him and you're like, that's Fancy Ray.
I like the ones that are just strange lights.
What do they call this?
A will-o'-wisp.
That's
Will-o'
also
Wisp.
Fancy Ray.
But like strange lights that they may just be sewer gas.
Mm-hmm.
They may just be like somebody's outhouse.
I think one of the neighbors just made eye contact with me.
Ooh.
He didn't like what he saw. He must not like cryptids.
Yeah.
I think Fancy Ray did like a Super Bowl commercial for like Taco Bell or something.
Okay.
He's done a lot of local ads too. That guy rips. There's one time I went to go see a movie in the cemetery. You know, they did that. I think it was the Lakewood Cemetery, I want to say.
Yeah.
But they were playing the House of Wax with Vincent Price, and I was taking a selfie with a friend, and I saw Fancy Ray was behind me. It's like, holy shit.
That is some cryptid shit right there.
Oh yeah, dude, Fancy Ray's the man. Every time you see him, you say, "How's it going, Fancy Ray?" And he goes, "I'm on top of the world." Love that guy.
Fuck yeah.
That's
But
beautiful.
he's a true Minnesota cryptid. Bigfoot, not around here.
No.
Perhaps up north, maybe Cook County.
There
perhaps.
is one other cryptid that comes to mind that only certain people will know, but there was the St. Cloud Superman. I don't know if you guys ever heard about the St. Cloud Superman.
Mm.
But
That's Fancy
in the
Ray.
city,
His
town,
face is just Fancy Ray.
yeah, no, in the town of St. Cloud, there was this man that would stand, I believe it was out front of the Dairy Queen, in a Superman outfit, waving a flag.
Huh.
And apparently,
What flag?
the American flag.
Oh, gotcha.
And I think if I recall, he was very actually just a little nutso, right wing. I can't remember if he abused children or what the hell it was. But there was something terrible that went along with it, or maybe he tried to hit somebody or some
With the
racism.
flag?
With the flag perhaps. But yeah, every time we would drive through St. Cloud, you'd see this guy, and it was so fucking weird. And then there was news articles about it and everything because he turned out to be a massive shitlord. So if anybody knows about the St. Cloud Superman, let a bitch know. Because I guess it's just me.
This is Fancy Ray.
Okay.
Can we put a graphic?
Yeah.
of him?
But yeah, I see this guy all around town.
I don't think I've ever seen them, but I did see that. I saw the picture of the Taco Bell thing at the top.
Oh yeah.
So okay.
Yeah. No, he just is out walking around. He's always dressed all the way up.
Is it the guy with the hat?
I feel like I saw him at
Huh?
Art
Is
World.
it the guy with the hat?
No,
different guy.
maybe sometimes he wears a hat.
Let me see him.
This is Fancy Ray.
No,
I see this guy all the time.
different guy.
One time he blew up the bathroom at work, and that was pretty funny.
Nice.
That wasn't so fancy.
No, not fancy.
No,
But
but it was awesome.
he was on top of the world after.
He
so-
was on top of the world.
Yeah, he blew the fuck out of the bathroom.
I think my favorite Minnesota cryptid is
Oh,
Chris-
it's supposed to be Minnesota.
no, it doesn't have to be, but it kind of turned that way. Is Chris Lindahl
Oh yeah.
Guaranteed.
guaranteed?
I mean, that's a remarkable tale.
Yeah.
That guy.
I did win a costume contest once when I was Christ Lindahl, where I wore like the wig and the beard and a crown of thorns. Christ Lindahl.
That is amazing. For everyone that's not in Minnesota, specifically the Twin Cities, anywhere you drive around the Twin Cities, you will see gigantic billboards of a man doing the pose of Christ, but he's not there for your sins. He's there to buy your home for cash.
Or sell you a home.
Home.
Yeah, he'll do
Yeah,
it
what
all.
even is his business? I don't know.
I think it's just doing it all. I think that's the thing. Is he's like, hey, like I'll do it all. Like,
all right. So there was our talk about some cryptids, Minnesota or not. New Jersey Devil is always a good one. I mean, it's so good they named a whole hockey team after them. Can't go wrong with that. I know that there's some crazy ones out there, or just like spooky areas in general too. Like I think there's that one road in, I want to say either New Jersey or Pennsylvania, like the Death Highway, the one that like, because that whole town, like had a whole gas system underneath the town that somehow got
Centralia, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I think that's the one. That whole thing is
coal fire.
Fucking spooky.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That is spooky stuff. I think it's still burning to this day.
I believe so too. Then there's that giant pit in Central, Eastern Europe, Central Asia, like
Was
that.
The one in Russia.
Yeah, like
the town of. Shit, I just saw it the other day.
I remember the town, but I know it's like a giant pit to hell or whatever, because it's always burning because of all the gas that's down there.
Giant pit with the Zarlak in it that they try to push Luke and Han Solo into. And
that one too.
That's the one. Yeah.
Great pit of carcoon.
It had Boba Fett for lunch instead.
Yeah.
but didn't he survive though? He survived.
Yeah, that's the one that
somehow.
Boba Fett fell in.
He was fine.
Yeah.
He's alright.
So there's that. Thank you for providing all those questions for this episode. I really appreciate everyone adding to those. If anyone is seeing that late and saw the post late, I'm so sorry that I didn't get your question. But there's some good ones. I feel like people delivered. They came correct. I know we talked about, it's Halloween Forever. We talked about Monster Go-Go. We kind of talked about the upcoming album. And with that, I want to pose another question. Is right now it's the three of you. I know at some point, maybe 6 years down the road, we'll have a drum or a keyboardist. But if you could have anyone feature on a song, who would you want to have feature and to come on and help out with your ensemble?
Fancy Ray.
Fancy Ray.
Fancy Ray. I don't care what the fuck he does.
He can do something.
That is a good one.
He need a lot of stuff.
That's a good one.
He's fancy.
He's fancy.
So, yeah.
I think that maybe somebody with a deft producing hand, such as the great Trevor Horn, to come along and just really do us a huge favor and make us sound like the Buggles would be a treat, if I may say so myself.
Produced by Trevor Horn.
Yes, somehow.
Oh.
Does that count? Shit, that's a really good question.
Robert Smith.
I mean, obviously. Maybe we could
I just want to hang out with him, honestly.
Yeah. Maybe we could just invite Alice Glass.
This album featuring Robert Smith and Alice Glass. They don't have to do anything.
Yeah, they don't have to do
so
anything.
mad the whole
Just come
time.
hang out with him.
They just stand in the back during recording the entire time. It's like that. If you listen very closely, that deep breathing.
Yes.
That was them.
That was them.
I just want to smoke a cigarette with Robert Smith.
Is that too much to ask?
Is that too much to ask?
I love the sound of crunching gravel beneath a wheel.
What about you, Wet Spider?
And you?
Wet Spider. There are so many people. I think Cillian Murphy. Yeah, I think Cillian Murphy would have a good time.
Would he come in?
What does he do? Nothing.
Nothing. No, the dude's got the hell of a voice.
He does, yeah, he does.
No,
He's got the voice of an angel.
He does also play guitar.
Mm-hmm.
There was an interview that he did where he used to play guitar and was in a band, and then he basically got told by his parents, like, either become a rock star or go to fucking college. And he didn't become a rock star. He went to college. It worked out for him in the end.
Oh, his band when he was a kid is kind of sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like it was this like kind of like prog jazz thing, and it's
You
good.
We listened to that.
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah.
It was.
I
It
always
was
have room
cool.
for some prog jazz. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like maybe more.
Yeah,
people
no,
should
it was
listen to
actually really
Azimuth.
cool. It's like, well, it was like named after a Frank Zappa song, I think. Like I think the name of the band was like after a Frank Zappa song, and it's kind of Zappa-esque, and yeah, it's good. It's good.
Nice. Well then, sure.
I feel like it's one of those things where like he doesn't want anybody to listen to it,
Why?
because like.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, no, also it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, I'm doing this now, and
it's
like I don't want my band to get famous because of a band I don't even do anymore. Like I don't want to jump into that space to do this because like I'm already now he's like mega huge, like he's like top movie of the year huge now. So like,
Oh God, I guess you're right. He wasn't.
yeah, it's like the
Not
thing that
Barbie
Johnny
huge.
Depp like tried to say, but then like did it anyway.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No, but those are. I feel like those are all great answers. If those contacts are watching, please make that happen with these three. That'd be fucking sick.
Robert Smith.
Yeah.
Robert Smith.
Robert
Glass.
Smith.
Yeah.
Oh,
Killian
why?
Murphy, if you're watching.
Fancy Ray.
Fancy Ray.
Yeah. Well, just you'll
Come play at our
apparently
house,
you
it'll
see
be
him.
cool.
The three of you see Fancy Ray quite often, so just
Fancy
next time you
Ray?
bump into
Yeah.
him, just be like,
yeah.
"Here's my car."
That's probably the most likely of all these.
But yeah, so those are all solid answers, and hopefully those all happen for you. As we are bridging this towards the later half of this episode, this is obviously Beers with Bands. As I normally say, you don't have to be drinking on these episodes because I will definitely do that for you. But I know the three of you brought some drinks with you today. I know there's some mortal drinks, but I don't know if this is what your normal elixir is. But what are the three of you drinking on this fine episode?
That's a good question.
We got that new Belgium Voodoo Ranger
IPA.
mixed IPA
Voodoo
pack.
Ranger IPA.
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 Yeah, I don't know what an IPA is.
IPA.
But I like an IPA.
I think it's like, is that like the EPA?
Yeah,
the International Protection Agency.
It's
maybe?
the Environmental Protection.
environmental.
He's got a little dude on
Yeah,
it.
it protects me.
Yeah, I saw it at the liquor store and it had a spooky guy on it. A little man made of bones.
Yeah.
And we
Very
love bone
scary.
men in this house, and he has a nice little jacket on. Look at him go!
It has a
Oh, it
boner
says
on it.
cashmere eyes. That's fun.
I don't drink very much. It's a weird break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
it's
kinda
a
fun.
boner,
It's
and
this
we all
or,
have
uh,
boners
We all have
inside of
boners
us.
inside.
I use
of us.
I use alcohol for like camping stove.
Oh yes.
And
it is
I call it
yeah.
I call it MIG coolant.
You call it what?
Oh yeah, from the old country.
Yes. So they used to use in the MiGs that MiG 25 used like I think it was like 1,000 liter of pure ethanol. They didn't denature it in any way, so you have a lot of pure ethanol around, and you can drink.
You can drink.
You can
You
drink it
can-
if
you
you want to,
can
but I
drink,
think it would be
so-
a
As a
terrible
testament
thing
to that.
do.
Yes. So every once in a while, you're out in the middle of woods, and you have alcohol stove fuel that is not denatured in any way, and you can drink. I recommend putting some water in it and being very careful of measurement.
You'll have the craziest dreams.
No, you will have no dreams.
You won't dream.
You
You'll
will
be
have
out
no
cold.
dreams. Only dream is MIG coolant.
Yeah. Your life is dream.
Your life is dream.
But I mean, to be fair, most nights I think, what are we drinking? Bourbon? Is that how they say it in America? Bourbon?
Bourbon.
Bourbon? Blue
Yeah,
ribbon?
the U sound is very strong. Bourbon.
Bourbon?
Yeah.
Bourbon?
In English, they say bourbon.
Baruben, yes. In America, we say Baruben.
You see,
Really?
the English language is very efficient. You would never waste your time with characters that you do not pronounce. Bourbon.
Never. And never are there words that are spelled differently that sound the same and spelled the same that sound differently. Never. Not
No, I
in English.
mean,
Very
how-
straightforward.
What am I supposed to do? Like, which is which?
Mm.
Which is which?
Which is a song you can find on Monster Go Go.
I tied it back in, everyone.
Very good. It's a shoon.
And
Put your tits away.
for the listeners, I'm thankfully back to the good old PBRs. It'd been a long month stretch of just Coors Lights because I moved, and I say this, fucking people. If anyone tunes in weekly, that's on them. But I moved, and my local the liquor store I've been going to doesn't have PBRs. They have 6-pack of Tall Boys. That's it. And I also still only got 12 ounce with these ones. I normally get my old liquor store I loved had 24-pack of Tall Boys.
That's the way to
But
go.
we're at least somewhat back. We're getting there.
Good.
That's PBR is the one I get at First Ave, because that's the one that's like
Cheap.
it's like $7.
Still too much.
To the
It's still too
$12
much.
beer.
I mean, at least you're paying $10, but at least those cans of is it this? I feel like they have one that's like this big. And it's very similar teal. Can't remember. Maybe it's an Indeed. I think that's what they have there.
Arizona tea.
It's been a while since we've been.
Oh, and
to the
Indeed,
First
I
Ave.
think it's Indeed. It's one of the. They have the lavender sunflower dates. That's a good one.
Yes, they do.
That's a good one.
But that's a little beer segment for this episode. But now we're gonna fully transition to the later half. This is where we kind of talk about some fun stories from your time in music. Obviously, you've been alive and doing music for quite a while. They can be shows, tours, time recording, but as I normally say, anything horrendous or tremendous or spooky in your time in music that you've experienced.
Tremendous or horrendous? Well, I guess I don't know. Mine are quite limited, as it were, since we haven't done all that much aside from last year.
I have
I'm a
an
bit of a
endless
movie
amount.
when it comes to these things. I'm sure you have terrible ones, but I guess not to bring up last year in Duluth.
Oh,
When it
that
was,
one did kind of suck.
It was kind of suck, but I don't want to talk about it and make anybody feel bad. But it was strange.
It was strange.
It was
yeah.
very strange. It was very packed bar. And
That one sucked. We don't have to talk about
no,
that.
but that's all I have because that was the only stupid thing.
I
Yeah,
I
you
had
probably
one
have.
show where I had a can of Silly String, and I was spraying it out with my wiener, and some guy came up to the front and opened his mouth, and I sprayed it in his mouth, and he ate the whole can of Silly String. The whole can. Because I thought for sure, it's a funny bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Microplastics are very spooky.
Yeah, it's very, very
I don't
scary.
think it's micro at that point.
Macroplastics.
That was macroplastics, yeah. But he ate the whole damn
He
can.
straight up committed to the bit
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
more than anyone else.
Yeah,
would
he
have.
came down and was on his knees and went like this, and I was sprayed some on his face, but then he just opened his mouth and just ate all the Silly String.
I think what you should do next time is cheese whiz.
Ooh.
Yes.
Cheese whiz
It
would
is at
be
least edible.
Safe
Mhm.
if you swallow.
Yes, safe for
that would be
human
better for
consumption.
him. But
Yeah.
honestly, I was not anticipating anyone eating this.
I mean, that's very impressive.
Side question: have you seen that person at shows since? I just want to make sure that they're still alive.
I did at one more show, so he
Okay.
survived. He's fine.
Okay.
He's fine.
What do you think of the movie?
I don't know if he's fine, but
I think my one thing that is horrible every show is these goggles fog up so much, so I have to learn to play by spider senses.
That is true.
Yes.
I don't know what mine is, honestly. I've mostly had good times.
It must
Well,
be good
it's-
time.
Tell me about some of the good times.
Well, I guess that was last year at Palmer's. I had a particularly good time. The two bands that we played with were both a lot of fun, and I really don't remember their names right now.
No, they had funny names.
They had funny names.
Hard to remember.
Hard to remember, but it was one of those where the sound was good, and I just had a great time, and the crowd was responsive, and I wasn't too drunk to play or anything like that. My fingers were working, and that is always a good thing.
I was at Palmer's where there was a guy with Molly, and he wanted to give me Molly, but he made me suck it off his fingers.
See, your stories are so much better. I don't have any of this. I'm too nervous. Most
See,
of
I've
the
been
time.
doing this longer.
I
You'll
know
get
you
these
have.
stories later.
I will have them in due time, but for the most part, it's just sitting around the basement of your house, going like.
Yeah, I had to suck Molly off this guy's fingers.
We didn't have to. The choice.
Yeah.
I didn't have to, but I did want the Molly. So,
How did I miss that? I must
that
have
was
been-
before you were in the picture.
Oh, I thought. Okay, sorry. I thought you meant it was at that.
You were
show.
still flying around.
Yeah, I was just like, just buzzing around. Yeah, I was being witch, you know.
You know.
That was before I moved from Boise. Yeah, actually, I spent 60 years in Boise. Lovely place.
Now, I do have a side question for you, real quick. So, obviously, we talked about how you flew in on your broom and all that.
Yes.
If anyone's watched, the cult classic Hocus Pocus, when they come back, they ride the vacuums. Would you switch over to a vacuum at some point? Those have a little bit more power. They might give it to you a little bit further.
I think that the vacuum might be nice, but I'd probably get the Dyson ball. Because those are they're like the Rolls Royce of vacuums, and I could go very fast.
At some point, you should consider electric vehicle.
I think so, and I mean I can just plug it into my own ass because I have a little port right here.
It's sustainable.
Power. It's DC. It's really remarkable.
The brooms, they run on petroleum.
Yeah,
petroleum
the
gas fuel.
the brooms are getting really out of date.
Yeah,
Antiquated technology.
Antiquated technology.
Yes,
It's all about the Dyson ball.
Yes.
Or maybe a nice Auric.
Do you think orc to ride
Do you
around?
remember the nice... No, not an Auric, an Auric. Don't you remember the commercials from when you were a child?
I think you should just hop on the shoulders of an orc.
You're right. I've never thought about it.
Yes.
I think I should import one from... Where do they sell those again?
We could all go back to
Somewhere in
horses.
Eastern Europe?
We could all
The
go
colonies.
back to skeleton horses.
The colonies? Oh, okay. So, New Jersey.
That's the one.
Where the devil lives.
With the devil.
Where
Maybe the devil provides all of the oils. Ooh, I haven't thought about that one. You're very smart for a spider.
The devil went down to Jersey.
Is the Jersey
So,
Devil
sure,
just
yes, I
another one?
would ride a vacuum, but I think maybe a nice Harley would also do me good.
Okay.
A Honda Goldwing? Or maybe...
A Dyson Goldwing.
I think the ball is made
For
of
the
foam.
sustainable
It's very
future.
heavy.
Yes.
Doesn't have much, whatever, power to the air.
Are there anything from your guys' home country that you kind of are bummed about that you can't really get or use in the year 2023?
Healthcare.
Healthcare.
Those were the days.
That's a
Yeah.
good one. Back in the
Healthcare.
home country,
Yes.
it's universal.
Fiber
I mean,
nets.
honestly, for me, it's really hard. I can't
Healthcare.
find horse steaks.
It's mostly the horse burgers.
There's a great place called McHorse back in Boise.
In the home country of Boise.
Because sometimes there were just too many horses. I think there's more horses in Idaho. Than
It was
people.
more out of necessity than anything.
Yes, it was
To
exactly.
purge the
Sometimes-
horse menace.
Yes, exactly.
Overrun.
The horse girls had too much power, so I had to do something about that. I had to cast a little curse on them. And
It's the damn horse girls.
it's just damn
It's
horse
always
girls.
the damn horse girl.
Everything comes back to the horse girls. And the horoscopes.
They are the ones that run the government. The shadow government.
I think the shadow government is run by horse girls. They're all named Sarah, Kayla,
Yes.
Kyla,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Kylie.
Very
Kevin?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Kevin.
The horse girl named Kevin is the really
Kevin,
most nefarious
yeah.
of
That
all
is
horse
the
girls.
one that you. It's the red flag.
Never see him coming.
You,
Mm-mm.
you see a horse girl named Kevin, and you would know.
Run. If you see them, run. Get out of
The
there.
cross-road flagger, yeah.
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 Is there a horse mention?
What's it mentioned? Ja.
Horse.
Ich habe sagen Angst vor.
Caballo.
What's it mentioned?
That's the word in Espanol.
I also really miss goose eggs.
Goose eggs.
Yeah. Huge in Boise.
I got one on my head when my friend Daniel hit me with a tennis racket in high school. He hit me right on the head. I got a goose egg. You could.
Is
You
it
could
still
have that.
there? Is that why your head is so lumpy?
Mm-hmm.
Is that why you wear the hat to hide the goose
It's
egg?
to hide the pumpkin
It's a
skin
huge.
scars.
It's crazy.
It's very
It
large.
actually fills the hat.
He's like that Jedi with the big brain heart thing, you know.
His name's Kiadimundi, and you know that, you bitch.
What came first?
Exactly. I
What
just didn't
came
want to mention
first?
by name.
What came first? The horse or the horse girl?
Ooh.
I think it's a good question for you.
I think.
Yeah, you know what? Now we're
Yeah, it's the table is up there.
What came first?
I
The
mean,
horse?
I think it's the horse came first.
But the horses were just running around the mountains and Eurasia
And the girls came lusting for them.
Yeah.
I mean, what else is
They
there?
were like
So like,
I can make a whole living out of that. And,
You're like,
and
I like the way you
Honey,
look.
I would like to trap one of those.
And she walked up and was like, "You got Moxie, kid, and you look like I could make a lot of money off of you."
I can also spend a lot of
Was
money
that the girl or the
on
horse?
that horse.
That's the girl.
That was the girl?
Yeah, the horses don't talk like that.
No, I think that
The horses don't have like a transatlantic accent, you know. I do though.
You spent some time in New York City.
Well, you know, I did spend a lot of time there after I moved from Boise. I just kind of became somebody else. I moved to New York and suddenly I adapted like this sort of accent.
British.
Yeah.
Yes, and then I moved
Yeah,
to
just
Australia,
moved
and then
to
everything went downhill from there. But we won't get into that because it's a whole other podcast.
We
You
spent
know,
a lot
from
of
the
time
land
on-
down under.
I guess.
Hell.
I guess also. I mean, you guys have been around for a long time. What's been your favorite like era of time that you've experienced? I know you guys have experienced a lot in history.
I mean, the Protestant Reformation
Whole
was
lot
huge
of
for
stuff.
me.
The witch hunts were a bad one for you.
They were terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But-
mostly liked when you could smoke in restaurants.
Yes, that was a good
I
time.
know. I like
That
to
was
go.
cool.
I like to go down to Applebee's and have myself a little, little app for maybe 12 cigarettes.
I
You get
miss
a
I miss
freaky
when they
tiki.
McDouble was $1.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
It was these.
But yeah, I don't know. There were so many times I've experienced so much time. It's hard to choose one because it all feels the same at the end of the day. Because it's hard to exist forever. And Halloween every day
Preach.
becomes a bit of a drag. Sometimes I just wish it was Christmas.
You know, the Dark Ages were not so dark. We thought
You
so.
bitch! It is never
Oh
Christmas.
no!
It's Halloween forever.
I'm sorry.
I will kill you.
Please. I've been waiting for someone to figure out how for so long.
But it is Christmas
They
one
tried to
day,
burn
but
me
it
in
is
the
also
1600s.
Halloween that day. So you have to have your priorities.
Gay, right? That's how you keep your priorities. Not straight.
Not right?
You keep them straight, but you could keep them gay, and it's more interesting.
Oh yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you.
It
I
dances better.
weave the spider weaves a tangled web.
Yes, it does.
So I know we talked about some horrendous, some tremendous moments. But one thing I always like to leave off with, a nice high note with everyone that comes through is what's been your favorite moment since joining, this ensemble with Count Spookula, and like what's been that like moment that you always think back of like, hell yeah, like that's the spot where like things really worked.
It was last night when we were doing some music stuff, and Mr. Spider here played something really remarkable. But Mr. Spookula forgot to press record, but it was magic.
Fuck
And it
you.
was at that point that I realized that we're doing something right. Truly.
I was calling it in.
You were not calling it.
No,
you
I
weren't
was
phoning
calling
it in.
it.
You were doing beautiful work, and I love to hear it.
No, it was bullshit in F major.
Which is exactly what we want.
Yes, it
Because
was
it's
just
beautiful.
bullshit in F major. I like to do bullshit
Of
in
course.
F major. I like to do bullshit in G major. I like to do bullshit in D
In most-
natural
in
minor.
But I think it honestly
D
was-
harmonic minor is a good one. We do a lot of D
It's
harmonic
very
minor.
good. But I think
really
honestly it was
like that.
probably last year or year before when we did Cousin Eddie, because that's when I realized that you were a genius. I already knew he was.
No, I am not genius, just specialist.
You called it
Yes.
bullshit, but I wrote that song. You leave it alone. I like it.
I like
Even
it
if
too.
you and you do
I
not.
like it too. I liked it until take 7. And
Well, I
then
think
and
that's
then I
going
had
to be
heard
good.
it too many times. My finger had done it too many times.
It's fine. It's a Weezer song. We're trying to write a Weezer song. I'm trying to write a Weezer
I'm
song.
trying to write the
I liked Weezer in F major until I had done it 7 or 8 times.
I
And
think
then,
I did
and
it
then
all
I
in one
was
go,
over
right?
Weezer in F major.
Yeah. Either way,
These
that
guys
was nice.
hated.
That was very nice.
I don't hate. I just too many.
It's beautiful. Okay, is that what you wanted me to do?
I liked it. Okay?
I mean, you have to love what you do, otherwise, what are you doing? I think that's half the battle.
Thank you, Obi-Wan.
Oh, anytime.
He left me on. So he pressed spacebar. Well, not spacebar. You just click play. Because spacebar would have captured it.
No, spacebar would not have captured
Not
it. I
have
did not
captured
hit
it.
the
You had
record
to hit the
button because
record
I
button.
didn't know that you were
just
going to
press
kill
spacebar,
it.
and then I play because I listen for many, many times.
I mean, I played songs.
How
for like
was I to
20
know
when
that?
Manwich play bass.
How was I to know that?
Are we having
our
our
first
first fight?
I already knew it. I already was sitting
On
there
camera?
with Spider Shredder, and I know this is Weezer in F major.
major.
So I already know it is Weezer and F major. And then I go play, and I already had. And then he presses it, and I think I'm recording, so I go and I play. And
When I
it
tell
was
you
not.
It was perfect. I was like applauding.
Oh, I didn't. The
I was sitting
rest
there
of it
like,
was
This
fine.
is fucking awesome.
And what is gonna happen now is we have 7
This
of
shit
them,
is stupid.
and then
Sure,
Frank
stay
and
solo.
Solo happen.
I hate these guys.
See, this is what happens when you bring other
Frank,
idiots into the
Frank
fold.
and
But
Solo
next time we
happen.
do this again, these guys are gone.
But they'll be standing outside window.
Yeah,
because
he'll be
they know
out
where
there
you
in the
live
window.
now. And they'll be like,
Frank and Solo happen, and then I have to learn Frank and Solo.
Yeah.
And then
it's going to be
all
beautiful,
good.
Frank Solo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Oh.
what is your favorite moment of it?
What my favorite moment?
Back to the question.
Yes,
My
I'm trying to rate it in
favorite
for you.
moment is 1 is Frank and Solo.
Ah.
2 is learning Frank and Solo to play live. 3 is on stage when I have nothing to do but play something I already know, and dance around and shake spooky ass.
Everyone must shake that spooky ass.
That is correct.
I think that is the only true thing. And you, my friend.
My
Is
favorite
it raining?
moment.
Yes.
Everyone, it's raining. It's been like a month. Can we get a shot of that?
Very
Oh
good.
God, it's raining. Sorry, I've been waiting for
We are in extreme
Really long
drought
time
right
to-
now.
to
For
rain.
folks in the rest of the world, which we cannot complain to the west coast, we are in extreme drought in Minnesota now.
It's true. And
This
this
is
is one
very
small step to make it better.
Well,
Wow.
Actually,
Anyways, Mr. Spookula, what is your favorite moment of us being idiots together?
my favorite moment was, honestly, having you guys join me. Honestly, it's
Very
been
happy
great.
to.
We played music together, not in the band, for so long. I guess besides you, but I mean,
There's
I've
been some
known you
here
for
and there.
so long.
And then you
so,
you wrote one of our best songs. I mean,
yeah,
60.
to have it all come together, it's been a lot of fun.
True.
Either that or, you know, having people at shows give me drugs.
I love that.
Been a lot of fun.
I just like the compliment of like, oh, that sounded good. I'm like, oh, did it? Good. I couldn't tell.
But to all the kids out there, drugs are not fun.
Drugs.
Drugs are terrible.
Drugs
No
are bad.
good.
No,
Don't
no.
do drugs.
Only beers.
Only
Only
beers.
beers.
Beers, not a drug.
Yes,
But
this is
the
for children.
Beers, don't drive with the beers.
No.
Children can have beers as a treat.
Well, back in Boise, you're allowed to.
Mm.
I just want to let you know.
Back at the old country.
Yes.
Boise.
In Altonland, yeah.
Yeah.
Not Altonland.
Yeah. Back in Eugene.
Those are all great answers. I love everything that the three of you are doing. I can't wait to see you guys again with the full ensemble. Since the last time I saw you, it was just you and that fucking laptop. It'll be nice to see, you know, a few more members up there and to see Manwich and Wet Spider do their thing. I'm looking forward to it. Speaking of upcoming shows, I know you have a lot planned for this October.
So many.
I work during the week, and I don't even know how you're gonna be able to pull off all these shows. Like, this is insane.
I'm going to cast a spell to make it so.
That makes sense.
There is a
Much like this.
October 2nd at Memory Lanes. October 5th at the Pillar Cafe. The 7th at it's in Toma. I don't know the address of that one. But Toma, Wisconsin.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, on the
Going to
7th.
take a road trip, I guess.
Oh,
On
we
the-
go past Black River Falls. I love Black River Falls.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep stopping there, but I found it spook town.
A lot of witches there.
There's on the 12th, we're at Cloudland Theater, which I think is a new one in Longfellow, I want to say.
Okay.
It's a new venue, but they asked us to play. The 13th, which I guess is our album release show.
Would make
I
sense.
guess. So we had the show booked before we were planning on putting an album out. So I guess that's technically it.
Mm.
At the Terminal on the 13th, Friday the 13th.
Boo.
At the 14th at Can Wonderland.
That's one I'm excited for.
Yeah, that's good fun.
That will be good.
On the 20th at the Northeast Palace. 26th at Hook and Ladder. 28th once more at Can Wonderland.
Halloween.
They're doing a Halloween party at
Party, yeah.
Can Wonderland, so that should be fun. They play a little golf and punch that thing. You know the thing.
I've never been.
That-
I can't-
Oh, they have a thing that you
I like
punch.
to punch the thing.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's
Yeah.
one of those
My
punching
favorite thing
things.
is
Okay.
punching
Cool.
things.
Yeah.
And at the 30th at Palmer's.
That will be a beautiful night.
So yeah, we're booked.
It'll be a jam-packed October for the three of you. Everyone that's able to go, specifically, obviously the Minneapolis, Twin Cities folks, make sure you pile out to all those shows. Everyone that's outside of the Twin Cities, I think I saw on Instagram someone was a fan from like Greece. Just fucking book a ticket. Why aren't you here already? Just fucking go to the
Hello.
show.
Greece isn't that far away.
Yeah, it's like a hop, skip, and jump or some shit.
Like
Get
Bruce
your
Lee.
visa, come to America.
Yeah.
You can sleep on my couch. It's fine.
Opportunity land.
These three from foreign countries, well, Boise, made it into the States. You can too. But I hopefully will be at a few of those shows to see this, and I'm sure it'll be a jam-packed October for the three of you. I'm super stoked that the three of you came by. Be ready for the new album to drop on the 13th, Friday the 13th. And again, what's the title of the new album again?
The Children of the Night.
Children of the Night. Be ready for that. If anyone's looking for merch, music, or Count Spookula in the three of you in general, where can they find it?
Bandcamp is the one currently.
I mean, there's things on the Spotify's as well.
Oh yeah.
And
There's
you go to
Spotify.
The internet in general.
Instagram is the real one.
Instagram.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Or
so
Twitter, I guess. I'm trying to figure out how Twitter works.
just hop to Threads at this.
I think you mean X.
I set up
It's
Twitter
X
in
now.
2014. That was my last tweet, and I just reinstalled it. So I don't know what the fuck's happened. Or I guess it's X now.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
X.
That's what I just said.
It's
Are you deaf?
extreme.
For Tesla driver only.
There is no birds. It is X.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, go follow. Depending where you found this episode, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, or you watched the YouTube version and got to see all of their lovely ghoul faces with me. Make sure you check the description below. Hit those hyperlinks. Go be ready for the new album. Be ready for upcoming shows. Be ready for any time Count Spookula decides to post and let you know what's coming next. Be ready. Like I said, everyone go to those shows. One last big thank you to Count Spookula, Wet Spider, and Manwich for coming through, taking the time out of your ghoulish Saturdays to sit down with me.
It's really horrifying.
And have a few beverages, as you can see from the table, depending on how the camera hits it. But this has been a fun time. I'm super stoked for everything you have going on. Be ready for, like I said, LP3, LP4, and there's already talks of possibly, that cover album, LP5. But other than that, like I said, thank you
Thank you.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
It's been most wonderful.
That's
I
what I
raise
love
my
to
hat
do.
to.
And I'll catch everyone on the next episode. See ya.
Goodbye.
Boo.
Beers with bears.